Tagua Fair Trade is a social enterprise in that it is helping develop people as entrepreneurs in countries that wouldn't have an opportunity to develop a business. And so we are as part of a small economic chain. The producer or artisans, as we call them, that are in developing countries that produce the goods are paid for their goods upon delivery to the wholesaler. The wholesaler then sells the goods to us, and then we sell them. But the producer doesn't have to wait for us to sell their goods before they are paid for them. That way they can have a good cash flow. They can continue to produce items without worrying about whether it's going to be sold or not. We exist so that the people who develop the goods that we sell in our store have a good living and can improve the state of affairs for their family. It's been very rewarding for me. I love learning the stories of our producers and sharing them with the public, being able to educate people about fair trade and getting them passionate about it as well.
One of my favorite things about working at Tagua is receiving the new products we get. Some of the things we get just are incredibly beautiful, and every time we open a box, it has something that someone has spent time in, mostly handmade. They've put a lot of love and care into that product, you know, whether it be the bracelet I have on or, you know, the dress. Someone has spent time and care to put into that. I enjoy coming to work every day because of the people that are here working. We are mainly volunteer-based, so that means that a lot of the people that are here want to be here. So that creates an incredibly positive working environment that makes it enjoyable. And on top of that, it's rewarding being here because every time we sell a product or we buy a product from a new vendor, we are directly impacting someone's life.
For them, it's a difference of being able to feed their children, educate their children, and have health insurance for their families, sometimes even electricity in their homes as a result of being able to have fair employment and paying a fair wage and being treated as human beings and not just someone that can make a product. The idea to start a fair trade store here in Fresno came out of a smaller business that was in Reedley, and many of the people who had been volunteering there were passionate about fair trade. So they started a business in 2013 that was a mobile business that has now grown into this brick and mortar business in Fig Garden Village. What I've seen through this business is to be successful, you have to be passionate about what you're going to do. So if there's something you love to sell, something you love to share, it's important to have that in your heart before you start a business. It's good to use all the resources that you can, especially those that are free of charge to use. There's many benefits to taking a class, to doing workshops with people, finding out the things you don't know about running a business before you start. Or if you started and want to improve, that's a good thing to educate yourself as to what are the resources that can make you a successful business. Tagua Fair Trade was aware of Center for Community Transformation and decided that we would participate in Spark Tank. This was a number of years ago. So went into the efforts to prepare our proposal to them and our presentation. And we were fortunate enough to get a cash award from them. It was a little nerve-wracking. We had never had to present our business model before in front of a set of judges, but it worked out well. And people were impressed with the idea that these women, mostly women who were starting a business, who had never started a business before, were willing to have the courage to do so, and were being successful at it. And it's been wonderful to have them continuing to encourage us as our business has grown, share our business with other entrepreneurs who are starting their own businesses. So it's been wonderful. And so many people from Fresno Pacific are our customers, and we just love continuing that connection with them.